Hi, Capricorn. This is your reading for the time period of November 1st to November 18th, 2019. For those of you who are new to my channel or you're just visiting, welcome to Amani's Lightwork. For those of you who have been here from the beginning of the time, I appreciate you for your love and care and support. Okay, so let's see what energies are coming through for you for November. All right. Because I used to work there, so something could be going on here with something could be going on here with you. Usually in that, it feels like a conversation that you're I had a friend. It feels like a conversation that you're having with a friend, and you could be telling your friend, your friend where you used to work. Your friend could be getting hired somewhere. Your friend, or it could be a family member. Your friend could be getting hired somewhere that you used to work, is the kind of feeling that I get here. So you could be having a conversation with them. I used to work there, or something. If it's not a friend getting hired or working somewhere that you used to work, something is secretive about that also. So when I say that, something is really secretive. So this could be a situation. You could have left a job where a friend is working at. You could have voluntarily, or however you want to look at it, you could have voluntarily left a job. So either a friend knows that, okay, a friend a friend could apply to okay, a friend could have applied to the same place that you used to work at, and they could have gotten that job, but don't know that. So when I say that, you may not know that, or but something is secretive about a friend where I get old jobs. Something is secretive about a friend working at your what you consider to be your old job. Is that kind of feeling? But I get something about the Gemini energy. So that something about a Gemini energy may be relatable to what's going on there. But something's missing also. So either a Gemini is missing, but something's going on here with like a missing link, or like you're missing, like you may be missing like a key factor into something. You may be missing a key factor into something with somebody working somewhere that you used to work at, but it's something is really secretive about it. So it could be, that's just one example. That I used to work, that could something could have physically, something could have happened to a place that I used to work at, like something could be under construction, and it's being renovated, and you could just be candidly talking to someone and saying, I used to work there. I didn't know it. I didn't know it is under construction. I didn't know they had a fire there. Just examples. Or you're telling somebody, I used to work there. I didn't know you were working there too. So it's very conversational. It's very conversational. So it could be a Gemini energy that's a friend or a family member. But I keep feeling like someone's going on, like they're like they used to work somewhere, or they're working somewhere they used to work at. And something is an element of surprise with that, with you finding out something like that, or you're just having a conversation. You're telling someone, I used to work there. Like, I used to work there. They could be, somebody could be bringing up somebody. It may not even be a situation where someone is working somewhere that you used to work at. It could just be a situation here where you're just having a conversation with an old friend, or they're old, they're new. You're just having a conversation with a friend, and they could be talking about a job. They could be talking. They just happen to be talking about a job that you used to work at, and you're like, I used to work there. It could be showing up on the news or something. So it just depends on how you want to look at that. Okay. Okay, Capricorn. The 9 of Wands, but they did something. So the 9 of Wands energy is they did something. So it could be coworkers. I get perspective. So something is going on with perspective, like coworkers, that there could be like people that are going to potentially end up working with you. They did something, or they could be the 9 of Wands, and it used to work with the 9 of Wands energy could be fire sign energies that you used to work with. However you want to look at used to work with, you used to work with them at the, like that example that I gave from the beginning with the job, and you used to work with, but they hired your friend. So when I said that they hired your friend, with the Nine of Wands energy underneath. But I feel betrayed. So when I said that, you're like, I feel betrayed. That's why the Nine of Wands energy is here. But why didn't they tell me anything? So why didn't a Leo say something? Why didn't a Sag, Aries, why didn't the fire sign energy say something? If it's not anything going on with a job necessarily, if it's not anything going on with a job, you just want them to work, or you just want them to work better, or they may want you to work. I get pick up the pace. They may want you to pick up the pace in whatever it is that you're doing. So it could be a job. It could be that I keep getting that you used to work in. Something is heavy about a job that you used to work in. So okay, a job that you used to work in, a job you used to work in, like you could have left, you could have left that job voluntarily and getting rehired back. So that left it voluntarily or asked to leave. It just depends on what's going on. Something's going on with getting rehired back, or you could be looking for a job going back to where you left. You could be just looking for a job, but you're going right back into where you left. They're helping you. So the Nine of Wands energies, that the fire sign energies are helping you. But the pick up the pace energy going back into an old job. The picking up the pace energy is coming from the idea that you're going right back into an old job with the Nine of Wands energy there. If it's not jobs and things of that nature, I keep getting, why didn't they tell me? If it's not jobs and things of that nature, the Nine of Wands energies, why didn't the fire sign energies tell me that they found my friend, and they found my friend, and my friend is working at the job I used to work at. Or if it's not a job you used to work at, wherever it is that you're ending up, a friend is there, but I didn't know. So Nine of Wands energies, I didn't know. But hiring process. So the Nine of Wands energy is also a hiring process. So some type of hiring process, friend is there too. Some type of hiring process, a friend is there too. It could be a fire sign energy you deem to be a partner or a friend work at the same place. A fire sign energy you deem to be a partner or a friend, they're ending up at the same place. Or like from the beginning, it could be a Gemini energy that is in your spot. It could be a Gemini energy that they have, that they're doing the same kind of work as you, or they literally, if they didn't work with you in the past before, they're a friend that you have, that they applied for a position that they could have applied for the same position that you wanted, and they could have gotten it, you could have gotten it, but it's the fire sign choosing. It's the fire sign energies response. It's their fault into the reason to why something is the way it is here with friends. And friends working with you, you didn't know friends working with you. You didn't know a friend was working at your old job. But it's shocking. The fire sign energies may have known that for a while, or it's them. It's them that's doing that. So it just depends on what's going on. Or if it's not that, the I used to work with is there. The I used to work with energy could be you used to work with them. But something could have happened with you working with them, yeah, but interfere with jobs. So when I said that, something happening with you used to work with them, they interfered with a job external for something that you have going on with them. And something that's interesting there. The conversation what I used to work there is coming from you talking to them about I used to, but you don't know that it's their fault, that you don't know that it's their fault into the reason into why you're looking for a new job, but also get a new place. It's their fault that you're looking for a new job, and also looking for a new place. The I used to work there could, if you want to switch it, the I used to work there from the beginning could be I used to live there also. I used to live there, and a friend that you have could end up moving. A friend that you have out of nowhere could be end up moving in somewhere where you used to live. So it just depends on what. I keep getting surprising. Something is really surprising about that kind of connection. Your starting point has the Magician card, but I'm mystical. So the Magician card with the Nine of Wands is I'm mystical, but make money by yourself. So Nine of Wands with the Magician card, you're making money by yourself, but fire signs don't like that. So when I said that, the fire sign energies don't like that, but they want to be involved. So the only reason why they don't like it because they feel extracted and they want to be involved. But Aries does. So when I said that Aries element wants to be involved, they could be male or female Aries, but I get from the past. So when I said male or female Aries, something's going on, a male Aries element returning from the past or present. They're also in the present, but a male Aries element returning from the past. A male Aries element is returning from your. They're returning from your to help you. They're returning from your. They're returning out of nowhere from your past to help you. But I don't know if I want to see them, or I don't know if I want to see that element, but they're mystical. So not knowing if you want to see an Aries element, male energy, it could be a female energy also, but it could be a female energy also that I feel more so there in the present. Could be the Aries male could be in the present as well, but there's also this element here of an Aries male coming back from the past to help you with some type of job where you make money on your own, but they're gonna want to cut. When I said it, they're gonna want to cut, but something is fancy. So they something that you do they deem to be fancy, or they know how to make it fancy. When I said it, they know how to make it better. They know how to they know how to beautify some type of job, or some type of job or business that you run on your own. A Taurus does. So when I said beautify and making something look attractive, making something look presentable, a Taurus knows how to do that. If it's not business and things of that nature, Nine of Wands with the Magician card, you could literally be beautifying yourself. You could literally be beautifying yourself for someone, and it could be an Aries element, it could be one of the fire sign energies there, but they don't want that. So when I said they may not want either they're finding out that you okay, either they're finding out that you got a new position. They could be finding out that you got a new position with the Nine of Wands, but jealous. So them finding out that you got a new position, they're becoming jealous. But something's going on, like the position that you're getting. It may require you to really beautify yourself, or fine tune. What's a good example? Or fine tune a portfolio, fine tune. Make it look. I keep getting jealous. Make it look really learn how to really make it pop. But you getting that kind of opportunity is making someone jealous. For I had a Sag, it may be making a Sag jealous. The Sag may feel that way. Aries return. The Sag may feel that way because of a random Aries element. Their return. Like they're returning, but you may have split, you may have had to cut off with an Aries element in the past for whatever reason, but they may have a very good what do you call it, business objective for you. And don't share with the Sag. So when I said it, don't, if Aries is coming back with that, don't share it with the Sag. Do not share with the Sag that you're doing that. If it's not an Aries, it could be a Leo that you're defending. It could be a Leo that you're defending to a Sagittarian energy. But why back with them? Why you're back with them? And it could be a Leo male. It could be Leo females as well. But Sag knows where they are. So when I said Leo female, a Sag knows where that is. But a Sag knows where they are. But those elements, those fire sign elements, could be coming back in. I keep getting they're coming back in to help you with your business. It just depends on what's going on there. So it could be like from the beginning, it could be a job that you used to work in that they're trying to get you back in. It could be a job that you used to work in that those fire sign energies, the Aries elements, the Leo, both male and female, the Leo, both male and female, trying to reel you back in. But Sag doesn't want. So when I said that, a Sag doesn't want. You know what this feels like? This could be a situation. I keep getting rehired. This could be a situation when you're getting rehired somewhere, or you're getting hired somewhere. Period. But people that you aware of your partnership, people that you used to work with, they're aware of a business deal that you're in already. That's separate from your work. That's separate from the workplace that you used to go in with them, and want to dismantle. So when I said that they want to dismantle that, but they're returning from that old job to bring you back in. Partner doesn't want you to do that. They're returning from an old job to reel you back in, but a marriage partner, a love partner. I keep getting Sag. That element, for some reason, they don't want you to do that. And the Leos and the Aries from an old job. The Leo elements and the Aries elements are from an old job that you used to work in, or a new one that you're in thinks you should beautify. A new one that you're in, they have very good ideas into how you can beautify something about something that you run on your own, or I keep getting rehired, or something that's going on with you with getting rehired somewhere, or that could be their way of fine-tuning your work ethic. That could be their way of fine-tuning your work ethic. But what is happening? So Nine of Wands with the Magician, what is happening? What did a Sag do? So you may want to know what a Sagittarian interfered. The Sagittarian energy interfered with your job. That could be why you. That could be why. That could be why you were. That could be why you ended up leaving it voluntarily, or someone did something there. That could be why the Sag your partner that you have, they intervene. But talk to Aries when I said that. So the Sag, whether Aries male or female, I feel like you're dealing with multiple Aries elements. But those elements, either one of them is having a discussion with a Sag on how to get you out of a job. Those elements had a discussion into how to get you out of a job. Like you may not even have, okay, this is really interesting. This is really interesting here. The Nine of Wands with the Magician, I keep getting rehire every time I say that. The Nine of Wands with the Magician is getting rehired somewhere, but I keep getting partner doesn't want. For some reason you have a part, like a love partner or a business partner separate from a workplace that you go into, whichever. You could go into a regular workplace and someone may be trying to figure out a way to get you out of it so you can work with someone could be figuring out a way to mystically or literally just have secretive phone calls to get you out of it so you can focus on the business that you have going on with them. And it could be nonprofits and things of that nature, but like Sag did something. So the Magician, the Sagittarian energy had a secretive phone call with your ex-boss. The Sag had a secretive phone call with your ex-boss, like either to get you back in. It just depends, but don't know you have a job. So when I said that the Sag doesn't know you have a job, but some either the Aries, the Sag, they could have did that together, or one of them did it on their own. But the Sag is coming through really heavy because they made a call. The Sag is coming through heavily because they made a call. So there's like a job that you were in a job that you were in the past. They want to rehire you, but it's a Sag, your love partner, your business partner. They made a secretive phone call. They made a secretive phone call and said rehire him or her. Like that could be a situation, or something's going on with being rehired and not something's going on with being rehired somewhere and don't tell partner. You could be getting rehired somewhere, but the spirit is like, do not tell a love partner, do not tell an external business partner what's going on. They don't want you to work there. So when I said that, somewhere that you left in the past, a job that you left voluntarily in the past, your love partner or someone that you found that you do business with really well, or you do or you do not, they do not want you to go back to an old job, but deem someone that you were working with to be toxic. So when I said that, they may have deemed your ex-boss to be, but heard a story about. So they may deem your ex-boss to be toxic, but the only reason your partner or your new business partner, or they've always been a business partner to you, want you to focus on them. So they've always been a business partner to you, but they wanted you to focus on them. And but them wanting that, they're behind the scenes of why you're not in a job that you were in the past. But you don't know that they made a secretive phone call. But something's also going on with them where they heard a story about an ex-boss that you had that they may not have liked, or somebody ran it by your new business partner, or one that you already had, or somebody ran a story by them and said that his or her ex-boss, something that's not right about them, and that could be why they made secretive phone calls and things that nature, why they intervene. So when I said it, why did my love partner intervene? Why did my new business partner, or my pre-existing business partner, why did they intervene with a job that I go into? I would have still been making a lot of money. So you're thinking that if the fire signs didn't intervene, you're thinking that you would have still been making a lot of money. But you don't know secretive phone calls. You're unaware of secretive phone calls that a Sag made to your job that you were in the past. So either somebody wants you back in one, someone wants you back in one, they do or they do not, or someone wants you to focus on something that you have going on with them. And they realize if you get rehired somewhere, or if you share with them that you do, or that you found something new, they're going to intervene. So when I said it, they're going to try to figure out a way to intervene. Very interesting. So let's see. What you're waiting on is the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus. The Knight of Pentacles energy is a Taurus, with the Nine of Wands being underneath. What did they do? So if it's a Taurus, you may want to know what a Taurus element, but talk to boss. Like a Taurus had a conversation with your boss, like your new boss or an old one. A Taurus had a conversation with them, but bring him or her back to this place. The magician energy could be something that you did. The magician could be something that a Taurus did to get you back, but needed to make a phone call. The magician energy is residing with the Taurus because they needed to make a phone call, but had to talk to boss. They had to talk to your ex-boss. They had to talk to who else. They may have had to talk to your love partner, but that's secretive. So this energy used to work with. This energy could be a coworker that you used to work with, but found out where your love partner lived. Found out where your love partner lives, or they found out where your new business partners live, or made a secretive phone call. They found out where your new business partners live or where they work, and they made a secretive phone call. You know what this feels like? This feels like a situation here, bro. It's really, there's a lot of stuff going on here that I'm channeling. This is like a situation here. A job you had in the past, they worked at. A job you had in the past, a Taurus like element, they worked at. But what's happening, you don't work there anymore. But what they did, what called boss, what they did was they could be a coworker. Yes, they're a coworker. One situation, they could be a coworker that you used to work with, and they could have had a secret conversation with your what you would consider to be your ex-boss. They had a conversation with them and said, can you rehire him or her? But they listened. So when I said that conversation that they had with your what you consider who you consider to be your ex-boss, is they're becoming your new boss again because of a Taurus, but got Sag out the way. So when I said that, they got a Sagittarian energy out of the way with that. Very interesting. So that's one scenario. Then there's another situation here that intervene with partner. There's another situation here where this element that they could be a coworker from the past. They could be a coworker from the past, or they could be a partner that they're becoming. They could be a partner, like a love partner or a business partner, that they're becoming that in your present. Intervene with new job. So when I said they're trying to intervene with a new job that you just got hired at. They're trying to intervene with a potential job. They're going out of their way to make secretive phone calls to your new business partners. They're going out of their way to make secretive phone calls to your new business partners, like business partners that you probably business partners and new bosses, a new boss, a new supervisor, a new business partner. They know those elements. So, but they're bribing and making secretive phone calls to not. Oh, I see what's going on here. Ooh, very interesting. Wow. This is really interesting. Jeez, they love you. This energy, they love you. So what's happening here? This is really crazy. Oh my God, I don't even know where to begin. It just took me somewhere else, far out just now. Okay, man. This is also a situation here where you could have, okay, you could, that's why the 9 of Wands energy is underneath. You could have gotten, like, you could have, okay, I'll just give an example. You could have gotten a job, like you could have already accepted a position. They intervened. This energy intervened. You could have already accepted a position. This energy intervened, but knows your new coworkers, or they know your boss. If they don't work with you, they're a new business partner. If they don't work with you yet, they used to work with you in the past, you consider them to be a new business partner, or they could also be returning from your past, from an old job, intervening with new ones. So every time I say that, they're intervening with a new one that you're getting, like intervening with a new one that you're getting, is they're going so far. Love you. When I say that, they love you, and however you want to look at love you, they're intervening so far to the point where they're contacting someone that just hired you, and said don't answer his or her emails. This could be a situation. You could have been sending out your resume to jobs, but you could have been sending out your resume to jobs and things of that nature. But this element, if it's a Taurus, that they know the person, or they know people that work in the they know the person, or a person, or they know a couple of people that work in a prospective new organization that you're potentially going to end up working with. They're trying to do that. When I said that, they're trying to make secretive phone calls to those people that you didn't even start working with, and tell them that, look in your email, delete that email that he or she sent. It just depends, because they want to be with you, because they want to be with you. So either they want you, they don't want you to look. Okay, I see what's going on. They don't want you to. This could be an ex coworker that's obsessed with you, that's trying to get you back in a job that you were working with them, where somehow they know the people that you're going to potentially end up working with. A delete profile. When I said that, so when I said that, they could be behind the scenes telling someone that you're potentially going to end up working with, the delete that job profile thing that he or she just made. Delete that. If something is wrong, so when I said something may be wrong about them, so it's either a good reason or a bad reason that this element is doing that. So either they that there could also be a such they do they not want you somewhere? Like I feel like they do. Like I don't feel like something's going on with envy with them. Also, I'm touching this card. Something is also going on with them with envy. Like there's something like envy and want them to be with you. Like envy in the sense where either they don't want to see you working somewhere that they are at. Like that could be that's why 9 of Wands energy is there. That could be a situation, or I mean, I felt more so it was the fire sign energies that don't want you to that don't want to see you with them. It's the fire sign energies that don't want to see you with them, and I feel like it's the fire sign energies that didn't want to see you in a job with this person. They took matters into their own hands. So when or a business deal, the fire sign, this energy is aware Sag motives. This Taurus is aware of a Sagittarian energy's motives, and they're protecting their integrity. That's one situation, but they're also they're going out of their way to also protect yours. I get majorly. They're going out of their way to protect yours majorly. That's why the Magician energy is there. But why did a Sag do that? So the Magician energy. Why did a Sag do that? Why they call my old job? Why did they call a job that I love? Why did they call a job that I was working in that I love? It's really behind the scenes. So when I'm asking the spirit that this it's really deep behind the scenes that a Sag and Aries. It's really deep behind the scenes that a Sag and Aries did something in that way, but want you to stick close by them. So somebody did that because they want you to stick close by them. They don't want to see you with a Taurus, whatever the situation. But the Taurus is aware of those elements, more so the Sag. The Taurus is aware more so of the Sagittarian energy's motives. Aware that they called your old job either to get you back in it or to get you out of it because they don't want jealous of this person. They may be jealous or envious of a Taurus. That could be why a Sag and the Aries element. The Aries likes them. The Aries likes this element, but that could be the reason to why a Sag. That could be the reason, but they tolerate them, but they just don't want you looking at. They just don't want them looking at you. The Sag tolerates this element. They just don't want Taurus looking at you. In a job, in a home, and whatever the setting is there. Old job that Sag intervene. An old job you had a Sag intervene. You don't know they intervene. Whatever fire sign, envious. The fire sign energies are envious. Somebody made secret phone calls to get you out of a job that you like, to get you out of a job that you like, or they made it. Or I feel like a new job that you're getting. I feel like a new job that you're getting, Taurus intervene. A new job that you're getting, a Taurus is trying to intervene. They're intervening. The reason to why they're intervening, they want you to be with them. They want you to be in a business partnership with them. You know what I mean? Or in a love partnership with them, but leaving their partner. So every time I read these Taurus elements in all these readings that I do for you, this element, they're trying to Libra. They're trying to leave their partner that's a Libra, but she's boring. So when I said this energy is tied to some air sign element that's boring, a Libra, whatever. I was getting Gemini from the beginning, but that's their friend. A Gemini energy from the beginning of the reading that is there. You're finding out that they're working in your old job that you left, but you're starting to realize that your own business partner or your own lover intervened is the reason why you're not there anymore. But the Gemini energy is working there. They're the Taurus element's friend. They're the Taurus element's friend, but the Libra love partner. The Libra is their love partner. The Libra is our love. The Libra could be related to. The Libra also could be related to deem them to be born. The Libra could be related to them, but you deem them to be related in the sense however you want to look at related siblings, related, they're just friends, related, they're love partners, related, they do the same type of work, but Taurus want to leave them. So when I said that, the Taurus wants to leave them for you. And they're trying to help you. That's why the Magician and the 9 of Wands with Sag disgusted. The Magician with the 9 of Wands, the Sag is disgusted. The Sag is disgusted. But I was also getting Aries elements and Leos from the beginning, but they're a part of, I kept rehiring. That's why I said earlier on in the reading, those elements are a part of either with the Taurus or in a new position, that they're a part of a rehiring process, or they're a part of a new perspective, but the Taurus doesn't want you to be with them. When I said Aries and Leo elements, the Taurus doesn't want you to be with them either. Taurus doesn't want you to be with, for whatever reason, the Taurus doesn't want you to deal with them, work with them, do business with them. Especially Aries. So when I said it, especially the Aries elements, with an S, male or female, especially the Aries elements, especially them. The present has the Knight of Cups energy. So you got water sign energy, but that's Taurus also. The Knight of Cups is the Taurus also. The spirit emphasized they are this energy is also the Taurus. But they could also be Pisces. This element could also be Pisces. Whatever water sign, but the Taurus is heavy in this reading. The Taurus is heavy in this reading. They're taking over Knight of Pentacles. They're taking over. They love you. They're taking over Knight of Pentacles. They're taking over Knight of Cups. That element really loves you. That element really loves you, but so does the Aries. So when I said that, so does an Aries element. So the Knight of Cups, Aries male. The Knight of Cups is also an Aries male. The Taurus doesn't know about them. So the Knight of Cups, the Taurus doesn't know about an Aries male, or they don't know. I get how far deep in they don't know how far deep an Aries is business deal. The Taurus is unaware of how far deep an Aries male or female, it just depends on what's going on, how deep that element is mysticism. They use the Aries elements, they utilize something they utilize something mystically heavily here, but Taurus unaware. So when I said that a Taurus element is unaware, that there's because of the mysticism, they're so unaware to Aries coming back. They're so unaware that they themselves don't even realize that an Aries elements or Aries element is coming back, trying to keep you. So when I said it, the Taurus trying to keep you, Aries element resurfacing out of nowhere. The Aries elements, well, as they're resurfacing out of nowhere, but see you looking at them. So the Aries elements are resurfacing because they see you looking at a Taurus for business, love, or sex. They see you looking at a Taurus that has an attraction to them. So the Aries element, Aries female, male, whatever, has an attraction to a Taurus. But how on that level do they have that kind of attraction? So you're trying to understand how those elements have an attraction to each other, but Taurus doesn't like. So when I said it, the Taurus doesn't like the Aries elements. The Taurus doesn't like Aries female, male energies there. And they want to take over. They want to dismantle. They want to dismantle something that the Aries keeps trying to maintain. The Taurus wants to dismantle a business that the Aries is trying to maintain with you. But that's why they keep coming back. So that's why the Taurus keeps coming back, but knows something. The Taurus keeps coming back because they know something, or it's the Aries element aware of Taurus. The Aries is becoming aware of a Taurus, and that could be why they keep returning business objective. It has something to do with a business objective and being rehired somewhere, or getting a new job and things of that nature, but they're not going to give up. Look at the Knight of Cups. They're not going to give up. If it's not Aries, if it's not Aries elements that are coming off of this Knight of Cups and double Taurus elements here, if it's not those elements that are coming off of these this Knight of Cups energy, then it could be a Cancer that deals with a Sag. It could be a Cancerian energy that deals with a Sag, but Taurus doesn't like. When I said that, the Taurus doesn't like them. The Taurus doesn't like them, but betrayed you. So the Taurus knows that a Cancerian energy betrayed you by secretively dealing with a Sag. Their business deal by secretively dealing with the Cancer secretively deals with a Sag, but that's a secretive business deal. Is an extraction. That's a secretive business deal. That's an extraction from what you have going on with this. From what you have, but they're a part of. From what you have going on with Sag separately, a Cancer is a part of. Taurus knows. A Taurus knows that, but something about that the Taurus may not stand, but Cancer may end up getting paid more than you. The Cancer may end up being given more money than you for whatever reason, and that could be why the Taurus doesn't want to see the Sag. That could be why they don't want to deal with any of the fire sign energies there. But they're all in a business deal. So the Taurus not wanting to deal, all the fire sign energies, in addition to Cancer, get paid more than you. So when I said all those elements get paid more than you, all those benefit off of taxes, all those elements benefit off of taxes and things of that nature. You know what I mean? And Taurus, but secret access. The Taurus may be trying to help you to get secretive access into your own funds. The Taurus maybe is trying to help you get access. Then it's really not secretive. The Taurus is trying to get you access into your own fund. But the Sag kind of bulldogs, bull guards that situation that you have going on. But the Taurus may have passwords and pins into accounts and things of that nature. I feel betrayed. When I said that, I feel betrayed. Yeah, I feel betrayed there, but at the same time, the Taurus may have remorse. Don't want to see you with Aries. So someone is heavy with the Aries. They don't want to see you with Aries, female, male energies there. they use have secretive accounts to your name. They have secretive accounts to your name and things of that nature. Taurus know that I get because of an old job. A Taurus knows that because of an old job that you were in. A Taurus knows something got opened up in your name. Something like an account or whatever got opened up in your name. Like somebody did that in an old job that you were in, or somebody could be trying to do that. Somebody could be trying to do that in a new that you didn't even start working at yet. Someone could be trying to do something like that in a new job that you didn't even start working at yet. Cancer knows. So when I said that, a Cancerian energy knows that that's happening. A Taurus may see a phone call. A Taurus may see a phone call. You know why they know so much? You know what this element, because they know, you know why they know so much is because they know where you're getting hired at, or they know your prospective supervisor, they know your prospective boss, they know someone that you're potentially going to end up working with, whoever that mystic, it could be the water sign, whoever that element is. Whoever that element is that they know that you're potentially, that could be why they're working so hard to get you out of a new job that you're trying to work at. You don't know what's happening behind the scenes, and this element, they know some of, or they know of a coworker that is doing that to you in a new job, that is doing that to you in a new job that you didn't even start working at yet. But thank you. So when I said that, you're trying to say thank you to the Taurus. I can get a water sign betray. The water sign, the heavy energy with the water sign energy being that they're trying to betray, is that they could be a coworker that you didn't meet yet that's doing something shady already. They could be a new supervisor or boss that you didn't even meet yet that's doing something shady, but Taurus knows them. So like I said a few seconds ago, a Taurus element knows them. The Taurus knows them. The future has the Ten of Swords. Jeez. All right. Ten of Swords element is in the future. Your instincts has the Queen of Wands. What the hell did she do? So the Queen of Wands energies. What did a Sag female do? What did the Aries female do? What did these fire sign females do? They all know each other. So all fire sign females know each other, but new job. So those elements they deal with each other, and if it's not a job that you go into, like walk into, then it's a business deal that you have, this element runs. It's a business deal that you're in with this element, or however many of these elements, and they run the fire sign females, they run that with a Sag, they run that business with a Sag male, they run that together. Taurus is a part of that, wants you out. Taurus, a part of it, they want you out. Cancerian energy, benefits, taxes, money, they get paid. Taurus is annoyed by that situation. Or this element, new boss. This element, one of these new boss also. They could be a new boss, and the Taurus could be a new coworker, or they're an old coworker that they're a new coworker, or what do you call it? They're a new lover, or they already been somewhere. They just know what this element, because they just know what this element is doing, because I get this element's coworker. So if it's a separate situation, the Taurus just knows this element, this Queen of Wands energies, that the Taurus knows the Aries elements. They know their coworkers. If it's not a business deal situation, then it's a job that they're in separately. It's a job that they're in separately, but you could be getting hired at the job that they work at, and the Taurus just know who they work with. The Taurus just knows who they work with. The Taurus knows who this element, or whichever one is Aries female, whichever. The Taurus knows who one of these elements, who they work with, and you potentially will end up working with them. You potentially, or this element ex coworker. This element could be an ex-boss, they could be an ex-co-worker, and Taurus is trying to dismantle that. The Taurus is trying to dismantle something about you potentially ending up back with this person again. But they have my stuff. So when I said that if it's an ex-co-worker, ex-boss, ex-supervisor that this element is showing up as, Taurus knows what they did. Taurus knows that they have your stuff. A Taurus knows what they did, but told Cancer. So when I said that, they told a Cancerian energy something. And that could be benefits. That could be why and how a Cancerian energy benefits, because it has heavily to do with some type of tie some type of really interesting tie here that you have between an old job and a new one, or some type of interesting tie between ex-coworkers and new ones, ex-bosses and potential new bosses. They share information. So when I said that all those elements, they share your information, that they pass it around. Because of a Gemini, they pass it around to each other because of a Gemini. That's why I said from the beginning. That's why I said from the beginning, with a Gemini energy being this element's friend, saw them do something. A Gemini from the beginning, knowing this element being their friend or being another coworker, they talk to the Taurus often. Cancer, those elements, they know you're passed around. They know your information is being passed around between jobs, and something there is a Gemini energy's fault. Someone is a Gemini, and because they know, or for like from the beginning, they're working somewhere. They are working somewhere that you no longer work, and that could be why Taurus wants you to see something. That could be why a Taurus wants you back, so that you can see something, so that you can see the kind of interactions that a Gemini is having with your old boss, so that you can see or hear about the kind of interactions that a Gemini energy is having with your old boss or your new one. But they see everything. I'm looking at them, and Taurus, they see everything. They see everything. If it's not a regular workplace that you walk into, is a business deal that this element runs. Taurus just has information on who else is involved in it. The Taurus just has information on who else is involved in it that you didn't even know was involved in it. By a Gemini female. So the Gemini female is in that. It could be a Gemini male, but it's a Gemini female and because of an Aries. The Gemini female is in that business deal with you that you didn't know because of an Aries element. Because of Aries. All right, Aries female energies there, but we'll talk. I'm looking at them, and they could be talking to you. They could, but cryptically, they could be trying to be cryptic with you all the time. Someone's really cryptic about your interactions with a Taurus, But someone's going with hate also. So water sign, they may not like a Cancer. The deep down inside, they don't like what they did to you. They don't like what they're doing to you. Whatever is going on with this water sign energy in the present, but I'm going to meet up with them. So you may need to meet up with the water sign energy, and that's in the present. You may need to see a Cancer, Pisces, all of them. You may need to interact. What did you see? Needing to interact with the water sign energies. What did you see? What did you see happen? What you're asking this element and a Taurus, or you could be the Taurus is in the Taurus element is in the waiting position. You may need to contact them first. Where's Aries? You may need to contact them first to ask them where Aries element is with my stuff. That's why I said, where's my stuff, or what are they doing with my thing? Dispersing. What are they doing with my things? They're dispersing it, and the Taurus has that information there. They're dispersing it. Geminis and working at your work. So this is like you leave a job. This is like you leave a job, right? But Taurus knows something that interesting that happened when you left. The Taurus knows something interesting that's going on with your stuff when you left, like information, like a drawing, like a portfolio, like whatever it is, some type of information, some type of detailed thing that you wrote, whatever. A Taurus has a copy of that. When I said detailed thing that you wrote, a Taurus has a copy of that. A Taurus has a copy of it, but Gemini acts for it. So when I said a Gemini energy acts for that, a Gemini acts for it, or the Queen of Wands energy supervisor, ex-supervisor, a new one. They act for copies of those things. You could be responsible for the reason into why you could be partly responsible for the reason into why a Taurus even has a copy of something like that. You could be, you are or you are not. But they went into something. When I say you are or you are not, they went into something. They went into your drawer at work. They went into your cubicle. They took something. They went in somewhere and took something into your room and took Aries acts. Went into your room and took something. Aries acts. Aries acts. Aries acts constantly acts them. The Aries constantly acts them to do something shady like that all the time. They constantly do that. Wow. Or something's going on. But the reason, one part of it could be envy. The reason why somebody's doing that, or something is going on here, but knows a lot. I keep looking at them and they know a lot, but something is going on here. But they're trying to protect you or bring you back. They're trying to bring you back in an old job, but I'm not sure. Trying to bring you back into an old job, you're not sure. Trying to help you get it back into. If they don't work, if they didn't work with you in an old job, then they're a friend, they're a lover. They want to see you happy without Aries. They want to see you happy without Aries elements attached to you, but they deem you're happy. They deem you to be able to be happy if those elements of to be somewhere with them. If that's the way that is the way or the view that they have of seeing you happy. is by being far away from Aries and Sag, by being far away from Aries and Sag elements. But at the same time, jealous. At the same time, something's going on with jealousy with those elements, and making they know that somebody made a phone call to your job. They know that your love partner or whatever, whichever partner, jealous business partner that you have that doesn't want you to be with this person. They're aware that somebody made a suited phone call to your new job, your old job, and passing around information and what does she what was the what's her debit card number, what's his or her ID number, social, what do you call it, what's another thing that you type in when you create profiles? That's why I said profiles. They know what happened, profiles and things of that nature. They know what happened there, going into profiles and switching around. And when you go to jobs and when you get a new job, get hired somewhere. And I keep being a Taurus. I mean, I'm going on this example, and the Taurus is bringing in my ear all of a sudden. You go to jobs, and they ask you to fill out profiles. They delete it. Every time I say that, somebody deleted a profile that you created for a job that you're going to work in, but Taurus wants you to be with them. The Taurus wants you to be with them. Because this is a situation here. Someone could be doing an act of protection, like somebody may be taking a protective measure for you, but you it's behind the scenes. Yeah, and it is or it is not. It's behind the scenes, but you don't know why you don't know why it's happening. This is like going in for a job and somebody knows that someone that you're potentially going to end up working with, that they steal, or someone that the Taurus sees that you're potentially going to end up working with. They know them, or someone that they know works with someone that they know works with someone that stole from you. Someone that they know works with someone that stole from you. Or they know someone that's potentially going to end up working with you, that disperses your information, that shares it between jobs and business deals and contact information and debit cards and visas and whatever. But it's like it's a job to job situation here. And between those jobs, people are softballing your information between those jobs, and a Taurus knows the people that are doing that. So that their way of protecting you is by contacting a new job that you're potentially gonna end up working in, and asking them to delete your protection, asking them to delete a profile for a job that you just got hired to work in. But something's helpful, but you don't know why someone is doing that. But the reason for that is because information that you put in for that new job, they pass it around other coworkers. They pass it around to other coworkers, and a Taurus from an old job just happens to know the people that are doing that to you in a new job. Like, what the hell is going on? When I said that, what the hell is going on there? What the hell is going on? Wow. Business deals and people that you work with in some type of shady business deal, people that you're connected to there, they know people that they know, or they disperse your information between people in a new job that you're working in, and toxic business partners that you have separately. They're interconnected there because of Taurus and Gemini talking and sharing information. And delete his or her profile so that they won't know what's happening. Delete his or her profile so they won't know what's happening. So that we can protect, so that I can protect Taurus, so that they can protect so that I can protect him or her there. Very interesting. Oh Lord, the Temperance energy is right next to the Magician card, but the Sagittarian energy right next to them. What the hell do they do? So what did the Sagittarian energy do there? What kind of crazy call? The calls, the secret, get your information, the secretive phone calls and the calls and the secretive calls and things of that nature. All that is to a new job. Those calls were to a new job that you're in. Different. Your partner, your love partner, your new business partner made secretive phone calls to your new job that you're in. Print out something. Ask them to print out ask them to make a copy or print out a profile. What do you call it? The front part of your profile where your information goes. Sag did that. So when I said a Sagittarian energy did that, but they're thirsty. So when I said that element is thirsty for information, that element is really thirsty for information. They're really thirsty for something. They're really but don't they have enough copies? So Now that you know that and you realize that because of Taurus, now you know that and you realize that don't they have enough copies? Didn't they make a million copies? Why did they for was it didn't they make enough copies and things of that nature that they did that for an Aries element? And you're like, why do they need to make all these copies of these things for? Why do they need to do that? They're doing it obsessively and doing thirsty business with the Aries. They're doing thirsty business with the Aries element. It's jacking up stuff, but whatever. It's jacking up some type of situation going on there. And the Taurus know they hooked up someone to do that. The Taurus knows, or they just heard that they hooked up someone to do that. They hooked up like I'll give it the Sag and the Aries business partners. Sag and Aries could be your business partners, but you're getting hired. You're getting hired somewhere new. You're getting hired somewhere new, and they ask you to fill out. They ask you to fill out a textbook of information that they can already go online and print out and have this already in the system, deep in the system already. Whatever. They're asking you to fill out these things, saving a copy. These new people that you're potentially getting hired, you're potentially going to end up working with. They saved to give to your partner. They saved some copies to give to your partner. Because the only reason for that is because somebody made a secret phone call. They made secret phone calls there, but knows what Aquarian did. So I'm looking at a Taurus. They know what an Aquarian did. And Aquarian energy did something there also. They did something really shady there also. Why do they keep doing that? When I said that, you may be asking the Taurus, why do they keep doing that? You're trying to ask the Sag. I want to punch. I'm looking at the Sag. You want to punch them? You may want to punch somebody. You deep down inside, you may want to punch them. It just depends. But Taurus protects you. When I said a Taurus protects you, they're doing the best that they can to protect you. The Taurus love partner, business partner. They saw their what do you call it? Their ex co-worker that they're aware that partner called job. Somehow they're aware that your love partner, your business, your external business partner made a phone call to your other job that you were in with them. And accident print out this, that, and third. Accident print out this, that, and third. But it's for taxes. So when I said it, it's for taxes. So it could be a good or bad reason that somebody did that for taxes. You know what I mean? It's for taxes. It's for their taxes. Because you said no. It's so that they can file taxes. But you may have said no to some type of tax joining with these fire sign energies here. And the Taurus knows they're still trying to do something. The Taurus knows that they're still trying to file, even if you're not filing with them, whatever the situation is there. Even if you said no, even if you rejected their beneficiary, what do you call it? Even if they ask you to be that, you may want to file a loan. They're not listening to you. You're trying to file a loan, but they're not listening to you, and they're contacting new jobs that you're in, and they're asking you to print out. They're asking your new coworkers print out their what do you call that damn file W-2, print out that stuff that they printed out for me, because the reason why they're doing that behind the scenes is because you may have rejected their offer. You may have rejected their offer to file taxes together with them. So because you said no, they're going really deep to contact your old jobs and new job for a copy. They're going really deep to contact your new jobs and old jobs for copies of your tax papers. And Aquarian energy knows that that's happening, or they're a part of it. And the Taurus annoyed. The Taurus is annoyed. Water sign energy doesn't understand. The water sign energy does not understand something. But why are they there? So why is a Cancer somewhere? Why are the Pisces? Why are these water signs dealing with your partner like that? Why are the water sign energies? Why are they dealing with your partner in some type of interesting way? Why are they dealing with your business partners, intervening with old job? Why are these elements intervening with my old job? Why are they asking my old job for my W-2s and tax forms? And I keep getting because you said no. So somebody's doing that because you said no. The Aries, those signs, those elements, whatever, water sign, those elements are doing that because Aquarians, the energies are doing that because you said no. Because you said no. If it's not anything, it's heavy business kind of vibes going on here. If there's nothing going on with business, it feels like that. It's November. I mean, November's coming. If it's not anything heavy like that, then something could be the saying no and think Sag. The saying no is you may be rejecting some type of invitation or invite by a Sag, but they still you could be saying no to them for something there, but they still you don't want to see them. And somebody they may know that you don't they may know that you don't want to see them or be next to them or work with them or take up a business offer. They may be thinking that you don't want to take up their business offer that they could be trying to give you because they're aware of what you because you're aware that of what type of connection that element has to your old job or secretive phone calls. Taurus knows secretive phone. Either one of those elements could have made secretive phone calls for whatever reason. For what they all intervene, all of them intervene on some for whatever level or reason that those elements in personal life, for whatever level or reason that those elements interfere with your personal life, your personal business, your information, whatever it is. But I also get love. Love is attached to that. This element loves you and is annoyed. They love you, but they're annoyed. Like they love you, but they're annoyed. Like they're annoyed who you're tied to. They're annoyed because of who you're tied to, or they're annoyed because they know they're annoyed because they know that whoever you're already tied to is stealing. Whoever you're already tied to is stealing. And they may not know how to get those elements out of the way. It just depends on what's going on. They may not know how to get rid of them permanently. you know they may not know how to get rid of them permanently. Magic. I don't know what the deal is. They trying to do what they can. That's why they're making secretive phone calls and things that nature. I did say with them, like they somebody that you rejected, your business partners that your business partners that you rejected to do some type of tax joining with them. They're trying to contact. Oh, I see what's going on here. Oh, it's really interesting. Woo! See, they heads up. They have the heads up into something that's going on with you here. So this could be. I'll give you another example. Also, this could also be a situation here. A new job that you're potentially going to end up in, like a new job that you're potentially going to end up in. You may not have what do you call it, filled out a tax paper for that new job yet. But getting the heads up on that. So the Taurus, they're trying to get the heads up on that first, so you won't do it. They're trying to get the heads up, give you the heads up, or they're trying to contact your new job so that to tell them don't let you get that far. Don't let you get that far because this is them talking. I don't want him or her to get that far to where he or she is filling out the tax paper. Their partners are going to get to it. So their partners know someone in that new job. They're going to try to contact them and tell them to make copies of that paper. That could be what the Taurus is trying to avoid there. That's what the Taurus is trying to avoid. Now I see. That's what they're trying to avoid. They're trying to stop hiring process. They're trying to stop a hiring process that you're potentially going to end up in. But it has to do with the people that you're going to potentially end up working with. They know your husband, they know your wife, they know your boyfriend, they know your girlfriend, they know your new business partner that's stealing. And they know that they have a plan to make copies. They hate W-2. They know that they have plans to make copies of your W-2s and things of that nature. Whatever paper or certificates at a job that requires you to do that at a job. But they have connections. You're separate lovers. They have this is like you telling your husband or your boyfriend or your love partner. You're telling them, I don't want to follow you this year. I'll give you a perfect example. You're telling your man, your woman, I don't want to follow you this coming year. I want to follow alone, but they're not listening. When I said it, they're not listening. So you're going to your new job that you just got hired at, and this element trying to stop. This element is aware that your love. This element is aware that your love partner is trying to get copies. So they're calling your job. You tell them don't let him or her get to the tax paper part yet because their boyfriend or their girlfriend is after that. Is after that. Even after he or she said no to them. But Sag's not listening. So when I said that the Sagittarian energy isn't listening, like they're not listening. Even after you told them no. Well, geez. Your spiritual self has the Six of Swords, Aquarius. The Six of Swords energy is the Aquarian right next to the Taurus. What do they do? So what did the Aquarian energy do with the Taurus element? You know, they could have called a Sag for you, or they could have the Six of Swords in the spirit really certain. The Six of Swords is that you maybe this element may be real what they're trying to do. The Taurus may be really certain about what they're trying to do. You know, but I keep getting tax, like you're like a tax paper. You know how jobs make you fill out tax papers, W-2s, like the tax paper, like they're trying to stop you from getting that far. They're trying to stop you from getting that far in a job. They are or they are not. Or this could also be a situation here. Somebody could be trying to get on that. Like somebody could be trying to get on that. Like that could be prolonged. That could be why something, a hiring process or something here. That could be also why something is being prolonged here, and they know that. So the Taurus and the Aquarian energy, because they're part of the Taurus and the Aquarian energy, they know that they're a part of it. Like they're a part of knowing that, or filing with you. They're a part of filing with you, or they're trying. They could be trying to because of a Sag. They could be trying to file with you, or get on your taxes, even going against your will. Even though something is going against your will, that could be what told your job to wait. That's why this element told your job to wait. But they're more so on the good spectrum of things. So the Taurus element is more so on the good spectrum of what's happening to you here, like the good spectrum of things. You know what I mean? Hmm. They're more so on the whatever you consider to be the good spectrum of things. They're more so on the good spectrum of things. You know what I mean? Somebody may be envious and things of that nature, but there's actually an element of there is an element of good here for protection. There is an element of good that's happening here because of protection, information protection. Making a mistake, but going in, making a mistake by going into a new job that lovers are interconnected to, that your lovers are interconnected to. You told your lover, "I don't want to fall with you." And they're making secretive phone calls to your new boss or your potential new boss, and they're like, make copies of his or her stuff for me, even though I said no. Hmm. Someone's lazy also. Look at this element. Someone is also lazy with this person. Someone's lazy. The idea of they could be doing something lazily. You know, Karen, whatever. They just sit around. They may sit around knowing something, and that implies that they're lazy. They may sit around just knowing something, and someone is lazy about them just knowing something there. But would they have that kind of feeling if that was happening to them? So you're thinking, would the Taurus have that kind of feeling? If would they be moving that way? But lazy, would they have that kind of feeling if that was happening to them? Or the Aquarian, would they, like 2 days ago, would they have that kind of feeling if that was happening to them? Will they have that kind of feeling still? Hell no, they wouldn't. Hell no, they wouldn't move that way. But they help each other. So those two elements help each other. So yes, they wouldn't have that. Yes, they would not be. They would not move that way with their own stuff. That helps Aries. So one of those elements helps in Aries. They help in Aries. They help them. It could be the Aquarian energy that helps them, or the Taurus. Those elements, they also help you. They may help the Aries, but they also help you still. They also help you on some level. They also help you. There's good and bad Aries elements there. It just depends on what's going on. You know, you could do the same kind of analogy could apply in a regular business deal. Don't want to file with them. If it has nothing to do with job, like a job you go into, you just don't want to file with certain people. But you're telling them no, and they're not listening. The ears like flint. You know, I come from a Bayesian family. My mother used to say, "Ears like flint." Their ears like flint here. The mentality has there's your King of Pentacles again. So you got the Taurus, and it could be Virgo males, Capricorn males, whatever. This could be you showing up like this as well with this person, but need to file. You showing up like this with this Queen of Wands energy in the mentality. Something is going on with needing to file. That could be the conversation that you're having with a Queen of Wands, but they don't understand. You having that conversation with a Queen of Wands, they don't understand. You could be trying to tell them you need to file alone. you know, you need to file alone. I'm not filing this year. I'm not trying to file with you this year. But there's also this element here to turn us towards in the future. There's this element here. There's this element here where you didn't even know last year. This element that you didn't even know they would follow with you because of Sag. You didn't even know that they followed with you last year. It's because of a Sag male that they were able to follow with you last year jointly. Like, what the hell is going on there? I get the Aquarian when I said that. So that's something that the Aquarian and Taurus has known for a while. But they've known that they've been doing that for a while there, but kept contacting jobs. So the Aries element, the Sag element, they kept contacting your job. That was something that you could have been going to work looking at you interestingly. You could have been going to work, and coworkers and bosses and supervisors may have been looking at you really interestingly because of those making calls. Because of those two elements there making calls all the time. The Taurus knows that, Aquarian knows that, or they laugh about that. They know that they call your old job they for what on whatever level to get you out of it, to get you out of it, to get you to go back in it. But they have a secretive deal with them, or it's the new one that you're in. They have a secretive deal with them. Aries does. Aries element has a secretive deal, business deal going on, running with people in a new job that you didn't even start working in yet. You just responded. It's whoever you're responding to emails to. Wow. If it's not anything like that, this energy is Taurus. This energy is a Taurus. You know a lot about them. What happened to you? They know a lot about what happened to you in an old job, new job, a damn new job. But how they know so much? So when I said a new job, how do they know so much of a job that they didn't even start working in yet? How do they know so much of that already? How do they know that? How do they know that? System, going in the system, looking to see where you're applying. This energy looks to see where they go in the system to look where they go in the system, and somehow they have access to look. They have access to where you applied to. The sun is like beaming. Oh God. Somehow they have access to where you applied to. Like they're able to see that because of a secret system. They have a secret. I don't know, darknet. I don't know. They have some type of secretive access where they can see your potential employers, and where they see where you sent they can see where you sent your resume out to, or they're watching where you send out your resume to. You're like, how do they have that kind of connection? Government. It could be a government connection that they have because of the Aries. It could be a government connection that they have because of Aries or Sag element. Some type of government connection, or the Aquarian energy has that connection. They could have given that to. They could have shared that with the Taurus, but that's how they're able to see. So when I said that's how those elements are able to see your stuff. Or that's how they're able to see who you're gonna get, who is hiring you, or where you sent your resume to. I feel invaded. So when I said I feel invaded, they have that kind of connection, and they have that kind of connection. They have that connection, and they're able to see who's hiring you, or where you're sending out your resume to. It can have something to do with the way Google is set up, and Indeed and Craigslist track that. So when I said Indeed and Craigslist, they track that. Jeez, they track that. Or they ask somebody, the Aquarian, the Taurus, one of those elements, some element here, they track that. The Queen of Wands track that. The Queen of Wands tracks that. They track that. They track something that's happening here. Wow. So I did go tracking in a sense where I did literally go into the system and to look to see, but has nothing else to do. Go into the system to look to see where you sent your resume out to. Who the hell has time to do that? Whatever. What the hell is going on there? But she needs help. When I said that, she needs help there. Some element here needs help. Who has time? Who has time? Government system. Who has time to comb through government system to go see where somebody's sending their resume out to? But I get lazy when I say, look at them. Someone is lazy about one of these elements here. That could be why they do that kind of stuff. But they do it for each other. So when I said that, they do it for each other. They do that kind of stuff to help each other out. I keep being lazy. Someone is lazy about that kind of helping. It just depends on what's going on. Who the hell has time to go to see? Who has time to go see where you're sending your resume out to? I don't understand. The nine of cups energy, or if it's not resume, it's just how you do your business. You're trying to do business separately from thirsty people. You're trying to do business separately from thirsty people. You could be trying to sleep with. You could be trying to sleep with this element. And something is somebody is the tracking analogy. What the tracking analogy could be where you go with Aquarians. They track where you go with Aquarians and Tauruses and whatever. Somebody tracks where your goings and your comings and your goings. Somebody tracks that stuff. Somebody tracks that, or Sag does. A Sag does that with an Aquarian. Sag does that with a Taurus. Or you're with the Aquarian. You could be with the Aquarian, the Sag, and Aries track that, or they know tracking that. Whatever. It's a lot going on there. It's crazy. But privacy invaded. So someone's privacy is invaded. People are trying to act. People are trying to be behind the scenes invading your privacy. It's not like it's not like they're sitting at a dinner table with you invading your privacy. They're invading your privacy they're invading your privacy. They want you so oblivious. They want you oblivious to the point where they don't even know, that you don't even see that they're invading your privacy behind the scenes. The Nine of Cups energy is in a changing position. All right, I keep feeling though nothing. It's not totally crazy. Like, it's not terrible stuff that's going. It's not crazy stuff that's going on. It's like It's like it's just needing to see. You know what I mean? It's just needing to see the tactics and be aware of eye contact. Also, be aware of the way people make eye contact in business deals here. It's strange. The way people make eye contact in business deals here, it's strange. The way somebody may look at you, it implies that they're involved. The way somebody looks at you, they stare at you, they stalk you, it implies that they're secretively involved, or they did something secretively, and they're not telling you because it's behind the scenes. Calls, get you back, taxes, make copies of this, that, and the third while he or she is not there. Whatever it is that's going on, send me, delete that profile. Taurus is doing that. Delete that profile so he or she can be back here with me. If somebody wants to be with you heavily and want Sag out the way. Somebody wants to be with you in an interesting way heavily, and they want Sag and elements and Aries elements out of the way there. But some is difficult. Some is really difficult about getting them out the way. It depends on what's going on. The Page of Swords is going towards the Ten of Swords, but how to fix. Page of Swords is trying to do research on how to fix some type of issue. How to fix an issue there. Trying to do research to see what Aries is doing. You want to know what Aries is doing, Sag is doing, Aquarian is doing. You know what they're doing already, but you may need to confront. The Ten of Swords could be confrontation. The Ten of Swords could be confrontation that you need it, but Taurus wants to do. It could the Page of Swords going towards the Ten of Swords is I almost said confirmation. That could be a situation, or it could be confrontation that the Taurus wants to give Aries. That's confrontation that they gave someone, or that they want to give someone, or that you want to give someone. Somebody, you could be burning inside to really beat somebody's ass here. It just depends on what's going on, because you already know what's happening already with people, and trying to figure out ways to confront people. Sag and Aries, trying to figure out ways to confront Sag and Aries, or you're just burning inside into the feeling that you have, into wanting to confront them, making secret phone calls to your old job, and they're the reason why you're not there anymore, or they're trying to be the reason into why you're getting a new one. It's still intervening. You're getting a new one, and they're still intervening. But it's because you don't talk to. So when I say it's because you don't talk to some element over here, and that's why they're acting really stupidly. It depends on what's going on. Page of Swords, Ten of Swords, betrayal. That's like betrayal, but it's some element about it is going away. But it has to do. It's not. It's a Ten of Swords. It's changeable. It is changeable, but it's not anything extreme. It's not extreme. It's only because you know how to fix some type of situation here, or somebody is helping you fix something. That's the only reason why it's a Ten of Swords element there. That's your friends involved with Sag. You have friends involved with Sag, and they're not saying housemates involved, but stealing. Housemates involved with stealing. Or they know that you're being stolen from. That's why the Ten of Swords, they know that, but they're not doing anything to help. But the Taurus is. But the Aquarian energy may not be helping in that way. Because they like Aries, or they whatever it is that's going on with them with the Aries element. It's like they have them under. It's like the Aries has the Aquarian and the Taurus under some type of spell. That's why I said mystical. They are mystical. So something is maybe going on there. That could be why they like a what do you call it? Like a some type of priestess, whatever it is. and they can't break away from this person, but she pays. Not being able to break away from the Aries, she pays them. She pays them. Wow. All right, let's see what the outcome. But the Page of Swords could also be the Gemini and the air sign elements. It resides with the air sign elements and the Gemini sharing things. The Gemini sharing things that you didn't know that they were sharing. But whatever it is that they're sharing that belongs to you is for some reason it's interfering with a job you used to work at, or it's interfering with a job you're potentially gonna go in. But somebody has something to do with something that is being shared that you don't want shared. Whatever. Taurus knows that. Someone hand out something that you wrote, or it's a document. Someone's going on with a document that they know is being passed around like a Halloween candy bag. It's some type of document. There's like a Halloween candy bag. It's like a Halloween. Go on trick or treating. The trick or treaters are going up to the door, but the people passing out the treats is a bag full of treats of your documents in it to get the trick-or-treaters are these elements here. Taurus and Aquarius, whoever, Cancer, the trick-or-treat, they're like trick-or-treaters for your information. Going up to the door, waiting for the copies that Sag and Aries, the spirit agrees. Waiting for the copies, the Sag and Aries element printed out. So it could be tax and whatever. You're like, I said flipping no. I don't want these people attached to my damn taxes. What the hell is going on? All right, let's see what's going on. Outcome, Capricorn. Four swords and energy there, but they betrayed. So the air sign elements, there's someone's betrayal light with them all the time. Let me see what's going on. Oh, all these fours. Four of cups. Four of swords. Jeez. All right, 7. But I'm still making money. So 4 swords, 4 of cups. You're still making money. Like you're still making money. I could get taxes. It could be a tax refund, or you could be the 7 of Pentacles. You could be thinking about the amount. You could be thinking about the amount of taxes you're supposed to have. But yet from last year, so you could be thinking about the amount of taxes that you're supposed to have from last year. Or you're thinking about the ones it's a 7 card. So you could be thinking about the ones from. You could be thinking about the ones from. I mean, 7 doesn't really apply, but you could be thinking about the ones that you could potentially get next year. It depends on what's going on there. 7. That's 4 and 4 is 8, 15. I added up all these cards. It could be something going on with 2015 taxes, 16, whatever year. I don't. That may apply or not. I just want to see how the numbers apply. But you don't want anybody on. So I don't want anybody on my stuff. I don't want anybody on my taxes. Whatever it is that that's what a 4 and 4 of cups. These 4s are here. I keep feeling I don't want anybody on. Like it's really heavy. I don't want anybody to have. I don't want anybody on. Someone's annoying. Like why is that happening? Like why are people off? However you want to look at on. Like if it's not taxes, then like what's another way it would be on? I don't want anybody in. I don't want anybody in my room. I don't want anybody in my house. I don't want anybody on my taxes. I don't want anybody to have copies of my things. By the way, Aries, I don't want anybody to have that stuff. Why do they have that stuff? What is the need? They're self-sufficient enough. Somebody makes enough. Wow. Interesting. All right, Capricorn, let me know how it resonates. Be well. Take care. Bye.